Hey everybody, I wanted to make a video going over the directions for our final Industrial Revolution DBQ project. We will be having a live meeting today, but I wanted to make this video for you guys to come back to if you need extra assistance or if you're not able to make the live conference on this particular Monday, October 5th, you have this to look back on. So this page right here where it says October 5th is where you're going to be able to find the resources for this final project, including the description, the directions, the schedule, the rubric, as well as the link to the assignment for today, which is to begin the document packet. This is our first official DBQ, right? So you're going to get an assessment score for this project. And we're going to be working on it all day this week, and it's not due, or every day this week, and it's not due until October 12th, okay? So this link right here first is going to take you to the directions. We're going to go over that real quick. Okay, so for this final assessment, you will be completing a DBQ, document-based question, with the document packet as well as your answer to the question in a firm format. But there are a few different ways you can go about it depending on what you enjoy doing. But no matter what mode of communication you use, the rubric will be the same. What that means is that I do not care how much you like to present your DBQ to me, it will all be graded on the quality of your argument. So, our question is, to what extent was the Industrial Revolution positive for world history and society? So in class, we've gone over all these different effects of the Industrial Revolution, right? On working class people, on cities, on the environment, on the economy, on politics, all these different things. And some of them were positive and some of them are negative. So what you guys have to do with this project is decide, overall, do I think that the Industrial Revolution was more positive or negative? You'll be required to answer this question in the format of an academic argument, which is the same thing we did last time and we'll keep doing. Just like what we practiced when we did our practice DBQ outline on the experiences of women and children during the Industrial Revolution. This DBQ assignment will need to be completed in full, will all be complete sentences and should show an improvement from your last DBQ. You will not be graded on your answer to the DBQ question, but rather on the quality of your argument. And what I mean by that is you can argue that it was positive to a large extent. You could argue that it was positive to a small extent. I don't care which one you argue, as long as you back up your argument with evidence and it's well done. We'll go over the rubric in just a moment, but I just wanted to go over the schedule with you guys. So the due date's October 12th. Okay, today, right, we're having our meeting where I'm going to go over all this with you guys in person. There will also be this video, and then you're going to start the document analysis process. The goal is to get through at least 3 documents today. Tomorrow, we're going to have a sync meeting. We're going to do a DBQ boot camp activity. We're going to look at good and poor examples from your guys' work on the women and children DBQ. We're going to review the assignment details for anyone that needs it, and then I'll be there to help you with your document analysis. At this point, on Tuesday, you should be done with your document packet. October 7th, this is an asynchronous lesson. I will have a meeting open for people to pop into. They need help. This is where, so you're going to finish your document analysis if you need to, and then you're going to actually begin working on your DBQ project. All right. October 8th, this is a synchronous meeting. We'll do a claim writing workshop. We will also do some mini discussions. And I'll answer and help you with your project in any way that you need. Asynchronous, I will be holding a live conference for anyone who needs help on the assignment that day. And that's that Monday. So we'll have a live conference that day, and then your DBQ project should be turned in via Canvas. So normally in class, guys, I only have kids do DBQ in essay format. Right, you guys did an outline your last time, and so you would just be transitioning that outline into an actual paragraph. But because we're online and because I know that it's a little tougher, I want to give you guys an element of choice, all right, for this project. You do not have to complete an essay outline if you don't want to. Here are the options. So your first option is you can write out your response in the DBQ outline document that I'm going to provide for you guys. It looks like this. Open. This is really similar to the women and children outline that we did, except all your boxes need to be full sentences, like the example I showed you last time. So if you want to do your DBQ this way, you totally can. If you want to do it a different way, here are your options. You can display your argument in a Google Slides presentation. It must still follow the same organization as the DBQ outline document. Your sentences must be complete, but it can give you a little more creativity in terms of how you want to display your information. If you want, you can make a poster. When I look at your poster, I should be able to see all components of your argument from the rubric. Remember, this rubric is going to be used no matter what you do. I should be able to follow your argument. This allows you for a lot of artistic freedom, but you also need to be able to drop off your poster to me at the school by October 12th. You can also tape yourself verbally communicating your argument. So you can write out your argument and give it to me in like a speech format. Just make sure, like I said, you have all aspects of the argument. I can also create a Flipgrid assignment if there are a bunch of people who want to do this. If you have a different idea, please ask me. Okay, so now we're going to go over the rubric. You can find the rubric here, or you can find it on the page. So this is the same rubric that I used to grade your practice DBQs. So this should not be new to you. So no matter how you decide to present your argument, whether you do the DBQ outline document, the poster, a speech, whatever it is, this is how you're going to be graded. So all of these things still have to be present. You still have to have your thesis. You still need to have 2 pieces of evidence from 2 different documents. You still need to evaluate each piece of evidence for its values and limits. You still need to analyze each piece of evidence. Style is going to be a little bit different depending on your, style for a poster is going to be different than style for the essay outline. And then your historical content, right? Do you have a good introduction? Are you showing me that you understand what the Industrial Revolution was? Are you bringing in outside knowledge? All of that stuff. So this is the same rubric that you're going to be graded on. So if you decide to do a PowerPoint, or if you decide to do a poster, I don't have any examples of these because I've never allowed students to do it. So if you decide to do that, you better make sure that you're able to basically put all these same elements into your PowerPoint presentation, poster, speech, whatever you want to do. But those are the things that are still going to be graded. Okay? I want to make that really clear. Okay. So now if we go back to our assignment for today, there's going to be a link here to the assignment. I haven't put that in there yet, but when you click on that link at the bottom of the page, it's going to take you here to the final IR project document packet. This is what you're starting today. So if you open up this link, remember, always make a copy. And here is the document packet that you are going to be using as the evidence to support whatever argument you decide. And we're going to go over some of this in class, okay? But this is the same as the women and children document packet. And so we have our sourcing and contextualization information, we have the actual document, we have our comprehension question, and then here we have the deep read question. What effect of the Industrial Revolution is this document illustrating, right? Is it talking about an economic impact? Is it talking about an impact on women and children? Is it talking about an environmental impact? Is it talking about a political impact, okay? Was it positive or negative and why? So is it talking about a positive consequence or a negative consequence? Is it in the short term or long term, right? So this is an example just right here of a woman in Japan, getting beaten in a factory during the Industrial Revolution. That would be a short-term negative consequence, right? Because it was happening in the moment. Long-term would be more like, pollution we are experiencing today because of the Industrial Revolution and the technology. And then, was it worth it? Why? Because that's ultimately what you guys are answering in this question, right? To what extent was the Industrial Revolution positive? Was it worth it? Was it not worth it? Do the positives outweigh the negatives, or do the negatives outweigh the positives? There are 6 documents, but a multiple of them, like this is a table, this is a little tiny one, right? So most of them aren't very long. Document number 6 is going to be the longest one. Also, I think the most interesting. So this is your assignment for today, but remember, it's not due until October 12th. Everything's not due until October 12th. but you're going to submit it here when you are complete with it. Yeah, all right, well, that's all I have for you guys.